was gonna bring the stack of books that would be mentioned in the video here, but then I was like, what if I didn't unnecessarily carry a stack of books outside? Hello, you gorgeous individuals, it's Kav here, and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm a rebel. I originally found this tag on Heather from Bookables channel, so I will link her video in the description below so that you all can check that one out. This tag is basically a way to look back on your reading year so far and get an idea of what it's been like, and it's done in a way that I can share it with you lovely people, so let's just jump right into it. The first question is the best book you've read so far. Now, my answer for this one may seem unexpected, but it will make sense after I give you a good explanation of why I chose it. My answer for this one is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. Now, you all must know how much this book means to me. It is the first book I've ever seen representing someone who looks like me, and I hold it so close to my heart. I will link my review where I talk about how important it is and how much it meant to me in the description below. Basically, it follows the story of two Indian American teens, and Dimple is very career-oriented. She wants to be a coder, so she's going to a summer camp in San Francisco, and she's going there because she thinks her parents just wanted to send her there, but really they wanted to send her there so that she could meet the person she is set up for an arranged marriage with, who is Rishi, who's a hopeless romantic who thinks that Dimple knows about this, but she has no idea. It's kind of a rom-com, and it's just really enjoyable to read. It's perfect for a summertime contemporary novel to just enjoy, and I highly recommend it. It's diverse, it's well written, it's interesting, the characters are well developed, there's really nothing lacking in it, so why not read it? The second question is the best sequel you've read so far. For this one, I'm picking Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. The reason I said that my first answer might seem unexpected is because you all would probably assume that I would pick Lord of Shadows. Now, it is the best book I've read this year, but it's something that everyone would expect me to pick, so I wanted to give other books a chance to be showcased in this video, which is why I chose it for this answer instead of the first answer. And When Dimple Met Rishi is one of my favorite books. Nothing can ever match Cassandra Clare's books in my heart. Nothing will ever get to that level, and I think I've made that very clear, so I don't feel bad or anything about choosing When Dimple Met Rishi for that answer and Lord of Shadows for this one. For those of you who don't know, Lord of Shadows is the second book in the Dark Artifices trilogy. I don't want to go too in-depth with it because I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't read it. I will link my review for it in the description below. Basically, I think that you should read all of the Shadowhunter books. They're all incredible and great. They're not without issues. They're not perfect. So definitely be aware of what you're going into before reading them. But if you feel comfortable with it, I highly recommend it because it's one of the only fantasy novels I really truly love. I prefer contemporary to fantasy, so the fact that my favorite series all time ever is a fantasy series must say something about how good the series is. The third question is new release you still need to read. There are so many books I could go with for this one because there are so many books I haven't read that have come out in the past few months, but I am going to go with Tash Hart's Tolstoy by Catherine Ormsby because I have just heard so many great things about it lately. It features an asexual main character, so it has some diversity in it, and I've heard from asexual people that they love the representation, and I, as many of you may know, identify as asexual myself, so I really want to read that for myself and see myself represented in a book, and just I've heard just incredible things about it, so I definitely need to check that one out. But as I said, there are so many books I could have picked for this question because there are so many releases I need to jump on. The next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I don't have just one answer for this. I could give you like 10, but I narrowed it down to 3, even though there are so many books again that I could pick from for this question. The first one may seem like a tiny bit of a cop-out, but it is the 10th anniversary edition of City of Bones. It's not a new release, but it is a special edition of one of my favorite books ever, so I'm really excited. It comes out in November, and I am just so psyched to read it and see all the cool stuff that's in it that's not in the original edition of the book. The second book I have is 27 Hours by Tristina Wright. It's an incredibly diverse sci-fi novel that follows about 5 or 6 teens on the run, I guess. For a simple explanation, I am reading it right now when I'm filming this video, not when it's out, but it is just incredible. It comes out in October, but I got an arc of it, which is how I'm reading it, and it is just so well written. These characters are ones that you will treasure so much. I feel so attached to these characters, and the plot is so interesting. I know that everyone's gonna love it, and I'm so excited for it to be a bestseller, so I highly recommend picking it up. The third book is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Adam Silvera is one of my favorite authors of all time, and I am so excited for his third release. They Both Die at the End follows 2 boys who are on their last day of living, and they spend it together, and I am just really excited to read it. It has some gay representation and Latinx representation, and I am just really excited to read it myself, and I just can't wait for it to come out. My friends who have gotten hands on arcs of it have just said amazing things about it, which isn't weird because almost everyone loves Adam Silvera. The next question is biggest disappointment. Now, I had to think about this one a bit because I've actually been lucky enough to read some really great books. I think that this year has been great with the diverse releases. That might just be because this is when I've been getting more into the diverse community, but I think that it's been really good with diverse releases and releases I'm enjoying. But the book I had to go with for this one is Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. I read this one in January, and I thought it would be an interesting take on cancer and what it's like to deal with that, but really it just turned out to be an ableist, homophobic, biphobic, possibly racist mess, and it's the only book outside of school that I've 1-starred this year. It might have been the first book I've ever given a 1-star to, actually. I don't give 1-stars easily, but I truly hated this book. I went in expecting more. I probably should have checked out some reviews before going into it, but I was honestly so disappointed with it, and I don't recommend it. The next question is biggest surprise. For this one, I am going with Megan Linus by Hannah Nowinski. I was lucky enough to receive an arc of this book from a friend of mine, and I have a full review up of it, so I will link that one in the description below. And I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't go in expecting too much from it because I had gotten an arc, so I hadn't really heard much about it, but it was so good. It was so enjoyable. It's not a very heavy novel. It's just kind of a fluffy contemporary about 2 gay teens, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I find that it's a very underrated book. I think that more people should read it and experience it because I just really enjoyed reading it. The next question is favorite new author. So this can be a debut author or a new to you author, but I am going to answer this with both. I have 3 answers for this one. The new to me author is Adam Silvera. I read More Happy Than Not and History Is All You Left Me at the beginning of the year, and I love them so much. More Happy is one of my favorite books of all time, and I had the pleasure of meeting Adam, and it was just so incredible. He is an incredible person, and I have reviews of these 2 up also, so I will link those in the description as well. There are going to be a lot of links in this description. I would be aware that both of them deal with heavy themes. More Happy deals with themes of self-harm and suicide, and History deals with themes of grief and loss. So definitely be aware of that before going in, and know that they aren't light and happy, but they are extremely well written. And Adam is known for making people cry with his books, and he definitely succeeded with me. So I highly recommend his books. But of course, be sure that you are in a place where you're able to read them before going ahead and reading them, but I thoroughly enjoyed them. And then I have 2 more authors, the first one being Sandhya Menon. I talked about One Dimple Rishi earlier in this video, and Sandhya is just an incredible person. I've been fortunate enough to meet her twice, and she is so lovely, and she is an extremely talented writer. When Dimple Met Rishi, like I said, is one of my favorite books of all time, and I see myself buying all of Sandhya's books in the future. I highly recommend her books. I highly recommend following her. She's an incredible person, like I said. And the last author I have is Tristina Wright. I talked about 27 Hours also earlier, and Tristina is just an incredibly lovely person who is writing diverse sci-fi, and this is a sci-fi author which is different than the other two authors who've been contemporary. So for people with non-contemporary tastes, you might want to check out Tristina's work because it is incredible. I highly recommend pre-ordering 27 Hours because it is such an amazing book, and she is such an amazing person and a talented writer and a diverse writer. These three writers are just great people, great writers. They write diversely. They're just great, so check them out. The next question is newest fictional crush, and I actually couldn't really think of anyone because I haven't had a lot of new fictional crushes this year. I've had some older ones come up. Cough, Emma Carstairs cough. I don't know why I haven't had any come up. I guess I'll go with Charlie from Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. I don't know if this is honestly just because my friend Marta ships me with Charlie and has told me a million times, but she's an amazing character. I enjoyed reading about her. She is also a bi person of color just like me, so we have some stuff in common. She's also a YouTuber just like me, so then again we have some stuff in common, but I guess I'll go with her for this one. The next question is newest favorite character. Again, I had to give this one a little bit of thought because there are so many I could have chosen from, but I decided to go with Dimple from When Dimple Met Rishi and Julia from Your Welcome Universe. Both of these books are incredibly diverse, wonderful books, so check them out. And both of these protagonists are Indian American girls, and Julia is deaf, and they are so badass women, and I think that they are just two of the greatest badass women protagonists. I think that they are great role models for young girls of color, or Julia could be a good role model for young girls who are deaf or hard of hearing, and I love them both so much. They are two of my favorite characters, and I highly recommend checking both of these books out and reading about these two incredibly badass women. The next question is a book that made you cry. I am going to be very stereotypical with this one and go with More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I pointed out that he is known for making readers cry with his books, and I stated that he was successful, and he definitely was. Like I said, More Happy is one of my favorite books of all time. It is extremely heart-wrenching. My heart was very wrenched when I was reading it, and it definitely made me cry, and I'm not an easy crier. I cried with his books, I cried with Cassie's books, but honestly, I don't cry very much. The next question is a book that made you happy, and I have 3 answers for this one. The first one is, again, When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I have mentioned that book about a million times in this video, so that definitely means you should go read it. And Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde, which I mentioned, it is about 3 teens who go to SupaCon, which is kind of like Comic-Con for us, and it's incredibly diverse. I love it. It has 2 romances in it, and one of them is a female by female romance, and both females in it are of color, and there is autistic rep in it, and it's just really great, so definitely read it. And the last book is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. It features a gay main character. It's by Becky Albertalli, and I have a full review on that one and on Queens of Geek, so I'll link both of those in the description below as well. But all 3 of these are just really fluffy, enjoyable, diverse contemporaries, and they are perfect for summertime, so definitely read them. The next question is favorite book to film adaptation. I gave this one a lot of thought, but I don't actually think I've seen a book to film adaptation this year so far. I have seen a few book to TV ones, but those are all like books I haven't read. So I'm going to cop out of this one and go with Pretty Little Liars. I'm filming this on the day of the series finale, and if you are following me on that day, you will know how much this series means to me, so I'm going with this one. I've read the first 8 books, I want to say, and I doubt that if you're a fan of the books, you will enjoy the movie, so definitely be aware of that. But this TV show means so much to me, and I'm copping out of that one with this answer. I know it's not without its issues. I know it has its own line of issues, but it came to me in a time when I needed it, and so I'm copping out. The next question is favorite video or review you filmed. And for favorite video, like the process of filming, I'm going to go with the Best Friend Challenge, because that was just a really fun video for me to be able to sit down with my best friend, and it was kind of just like us hanging out, honestly. And favorite review, I'm going to go with When Dimple Met Rishi, and it's going to be linked in the description below, so definitely check it out. I think it's a really good first-hand account of what it feels like to see yourself represented for the first time, and it really shows how important that is. I've gotten comments saying it brought people to tears, and I don't know if that makes me happy or sad, but it's how it is. And I just highly recommend watching that one. It's spoiler free, so definitely check it out. The next question is most beautiful book. This one was an easy one. I went with We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I have loved this cover since I first saw it. I should have brought that book here at least, but I didn't. The inside cover is so well designed. I highly recommend looking up the cover and looking up the inside cover because it is absolutely gorgeous. I love hardbacks because there's more with them that tend to be designed, that sometimes the inside cover are designed or the hardback is a different color, and I love that. So I'm really glad I got my hands on the hardcover of this book because it is just absolutely beautiful with or without the actual paper cover of the hardback. The last question is books you still need to read, and again I could go with so many answers for this one because there are so many books I need to read. I've been pretty bad on reading lately, but I'm going with The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. It's Becky's second book, and it features a fat main character with anxiety, and she deals with a lot of unrequited love, and there's a cute romance in it, and I've heard just the greatest things about it, so I really need to read it. Like I said, there are so many books I could go with though for this answer, but I decided to go with that one since it's on my bookshelf. It's sitting there waiting for me to read it. Those were all the questions for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and let me know your answers to these questions in the comments below. I would love to hear how your reading year has been, so answer all of them or pick your favorites and answer them, or just something about how your reading year has been. And if you have subscribed, be sure to click that little notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. As usual, all my social media will be in the description below, and my Goodreads will also be in the description below, and I will link all the reviews of the books I've mentioned in this video in the description below as well, so you can check all those out if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are. Please remember you're beautiful and you deserve the world, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Goodbye!